Well, we got the top part off. It's sitting down there. Basically, just had to pull it off because it's one solid welded piece, which makes it pretty hard to deal with. And all I got left are these two panels that I gotta cut the bolts off. And then gotta figure out what to do with this. That'll be fun. Bruce working on more goop removal. Fun, fun. Well, side panels are off. And now just the edging in this horrible transom that held the motor. Oh boy, it's gonna be a wiener. Pretty much a clean slate. Ready to throw that up here. Oh, on top of this pontoon is everything we've took off. The big one stacked up, and all the aluminum has been saved that we might be able to use for something. This is the very heavy cabinet and countertop that was in there. Oh boy, and that's the upper deck rail, which I don't really convinced does a whole lot other than keeping your feet from sliding off if you shuffle over. So that's the big pontoon all stripped down. We've now rethought the whole transom thing and thinking we're just gonna seal it off and make it waterproof rather than try to do any taking off of something that's welded on. We'll see how that is. But that's the upper deck platform. It's 8 foot, 1.5 inches wide, 13 foot long. So that's gonna get cleaned up. So Ruth doesn't know this, but I'm thinking we might want to mount it towards the front of the boat. Just because there's not going to be a whole lot of clearance between it and the trailer, only a couple inches. And if most of the supports are out of ways, it might be better overall, because I don't want any of the vertical supports in front of windows or doors. So, still in the thinking process on that. But the damage from the gantry coming in isn't too severe. I think that can be repaired. I was lucky in that the frame to the trailer was right inside of there, so that kept it from just splitting the whole side out. Still have more damage to fix up there. I beat some of it out, do some fine tuning to it, and then seal up any cracks. And once the parts are bent for the frame extensions, we'll be ready to try to lift it up there. So the back side of all the windows, I'm painting this hammered black so that we can go better with the inside. The fronts are primed white. And then I'm putting this orange on the outside. So I've got all of the windows primed. I used an aluminum primer from Rust-Oleum and put a couple coats on them. You can see them there. And I decided I'm painting the outside trim the orange that's gonna match. Now I'll show you. It's that color. It's gonna match the rays of my sun. But everything that shows from the inside, I'm painting it this matte hammered over color, sort of the dark gray. Just because I wanted to have more options for decorating inside, so I didn't really want the orange to show from the inside very much. So I sprayed that on, but I'll have to hand paint the other side. My orange color side that shows. And we'll see what it looks like. But so far, they look a lot better than they did when they were all cruddy. So this is what the first coat of orange looks like. That will be facing the outside, and this is going to be an accent of the sun's rays that are coming up from the front. You know, it looks a little school busy orange right now, but it'll blend in a lot better when the rest of the project's done.